Greetings. Topic for this podcast is how to become a social media consultant in the USA, a comprehensive guide. So, there I was, sitting in a coffee shop, minding my own business when a friend walked in. He's got that entrepreneurial spark, always thinking of the next big thing. He sits down, takes a deep breath, and says, "I think I'm ready to quit my job and start a social media consultancy." I couldn't help but smile because I knew exactly where he was coming from. The idea of becoming a social media consultant is irresistible. Every brand is now in need of a digital expert, and the market for social media services is booming. But the question is, how do you turn that spark into a full-fledged business? Let's dive into it. Flashback to my first day working in a small digital marketing firm. There were only 4 of us, and we spent hours in strategy meetings, discussing how to grow our clients' social media presence. I remember the CEO saying, "If you want to succeed in social media consulting, you need to know 3 things: strategy, execution, and measuring results." This simple yet profound advice stuck with me. In this podcast, we'll break down these elements so you can build your own consultancy and avoid the pitfalls that many new consultants face. FAQs asked generally by viewers to me. How do I start my own social media consultancy in the USA? This is the big one. You need a solid business plan and strategy. Think about your niche. Will you serve brands, influencers, or both? Also, make sure you're well versed in the most popular social media platforms. The best social media consultants don't just manage accounts, they craft strategies that generate measurable results for their clients. What services should I offer as a social media consultant? Great question. Your services can range from content creation, strategy development, paid ad management, and community engagement. But remember, the highest paying clients often want consultants who can bring something more to the table, like social media analytics, influencer marketing strategies, or even crisis management. How can I acquire clients as a social media consultant? Client acquisition is all about networking and showcasing your results. Leverage platforms of social media to build a network, showcase your case studies, and offer free advice to build credibility. Another method is through paid ads. Yes, you can use social media ads to promote your consultancy services directly. What are the best strategies to grow a business as a social media consultant? One of the most effective strategies for growing your business is through consistent content creation. Whether it's through blogs, videos, or podcasts, like this one, providing value will build your reputation. Additionally, stay up to date with the latest social media trends and tools, as the digital marketing landscape is ever evolving. What should my pricing structure be as a social media consultant in the USA? Pricing can vary, but you'll want to position yourself as a premium service provider. Look at what your competitors are charging and tailor your pricing based on your experience and expertise. Many successful consultants offer tiered packages: basic, standard, and premium, depending on the level of service provided. A few months into my consultancy journey, I remember attending an event at a coffee shop with other consultants. It was a simple coffee sandwich event, networking over coffee, followed by some great conversations about the industry. One consultant shared how he grew his business through strategic collaborations with other businesses in his niche. The key takeaway: collaboration is just as powerful as competition. As a social media consultant, partnering with businesses or influencers can help you expand your reach and grow faster than going at it alone. So, don't underestimate the power of a good networking event. The sauce ingredient. To wrap this all up, here are a few points that can help you turn your consultancy into a sustainable business. Build a strong portfolio and always showcase your results. Leverage paid advertising to boost visibility for your services. Keep learning and stay ahead of industry trends. Knowledge is power. Don't be afraid to niche down. Specializing can help you stand out in a crowded market. I remember meeting a former colleague of mine, Jake, At a coffee shop one chilly morning. Jake had just transitioned from working in marketing for a big corporation to being a full-time social media consultant. He told me that the first few months were tough. He was putting in the hours, posting content, running ads, and building his network. But it wasn't until he started being consistent with his posting schedule and showcasing results regularly that his business truly took off. Jake emphasized how important it is to remain visible and active. The real secret is consistency, he said. It's not about one viral post, it's about maintaining a steady flow of value for your audience. Consistency is key. Whether it's posting content, responding to clients, or working on your own personal brand, always stay active and top of mind. A few weeks ago, I was at a networking event in New York, and I overheard a conversation between a potential client and a social media consultant. The consultant was trying to explain his services, but the client seemed a little overwhelmed by the technical jargon. The consultant wasn't getting his point across. It hit me then, the elevator pitch is essential, especially when you're in a crowded market. The consultant quickly shifted gears and broke down his services in a simple, engaging way. He said, "Think of your social media as a store window. My job is to make sure it's constantly attracting the right people, so you don't have to worry about foot traffic." The client immediately got it and asked for a follow-up meeting. Perfect your elevator pitch. Make it simple, relatable, and clear to anyone, even people who aren't familiar with the digital marketing world. Years ago, while working with a client, I spent a lot of time building an organic social media strategy. Everything was going smoothly until the client came back with a question: how do we know if this is working? I froze for a second. I had the strategies in place, but I hadn't built an analytics framework to track success. From that moment, I realized that data is everything in social media consulting. You can't just put strategies in place, you need to measure performance. That's when I added analytics as one of my core offerings. Never underestimate the power of analytics. Use to track your strategies and make data-driven decisions. It builds trust with clients when they see measurable results. At another one of those informal coffee sandwich networking events, I met a consultant who had been working in the industry for years. His secret weapon? Referrals. He explained how he consistently asked his satisfied clients for referrals, even going the extra mile by offering small incentives. He shared one success story where a client referred a business owner who, in turn, referred another. By the end of the year, his consultancy had doubled in size simply because of word of mouth. Build a referral system into your business model. Ask your satisfied clients for recommendations and testimonials, and offer small incentives like a discounted service for each successful referral. Starting small but thinking big. Early on in my consulting journey, I was determined to work with large clients right away. But the reality was, I needed to start small and build a track record. So, I took on smaller businesses, local stores, boutique shops, and small influencers. After a few months, I started seeing results, and those smaller clients helped build my portfolio. I had case studies and testimonials that allowed me to approach bigger clients with confidence. Start with small businesses or personal brands, and gradually build your reputation. Once you have case studies and a proven track record, you'll have the credibility to approach bigger clients with ease. Learning from failures, the tough lesson. There was one project that I thought would be a game changer. It was a luxury brand, and they had a massive social media following. I was excited to start working with them. But within the first month, it became clear that their target audience wasn't engaging with the content we created. I had learned a tough lesson: without understanding the audience's needs and desires, even a big following doesn't guarantee success. I quickly pivoted the strategy, focusing on community engagement and interaction rather than just posting for the sake of posting. It worked, and we turned the campaign around. Never forget the importance of knowing your audience. Even with the biggest brands, understanding their target market is crucial to developing effective social media strategies. Don't rely on assumptions, always gather insights and test your approaches. One thing I always recommend to my clients is having a content calendar. When I started, I used to scramble for content ideas last minute, and it showed. But when I created a content calendar, everything changed. I started planning content weeks in advance, which helped maintain a consistent flow. Now, my clients love it because it gives them a sense of structure and organization. Create a content calendar for yourself or your clients. It not only helps with planning but also saves time and energy in the long run. Keep it flexible, but always have a roadmap for your content strategy. Remember these important FAQs and work on them. How do I become a successful social media? What platforms should a social media consultant be familiar with? How do I measure social media ROI for my clients? What are the best tools for social media consultants? How to handle difficult clients as a social media consultant? What should I charge as a social media consultant? How to build a portfolio as a social media consultant? How to leverage SEO for social media consultancy? What are the key social media trends for businesses in 2025? How to stay ahead of social media algorithm changes? Thank you.